Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 9 of my Atlanta United series for FM19. Now today's episode, it's the biggest one of the series so far, the MLS Cup Final, and it's going to be against LA Galaxy. You know, the two top teams of the entire season. You know, the MLS has done itself justice. The best two teams are in the final. It's going to be played at our home stadium as well, so in theory, you would like to give us the, minor advantage going into the game, albeit we were probably the better team. We definitely were the better team over the season, as we sort of eclipsed them by about 22 points to the Supporters' Shield. Anyway, let's get straight into it. We do have a little bit of unfortunate news. Pogba has picked up an illness. He's picked up the flu, and he is missing for the next 3 days. So basically, we're without one of our main starting centre-back, who has probably been the best, I would say is the best defensive performer of the season. So yeah, leaves us a little bit short as well on the bench. Going to have to bring Robinson in to the bench. Hasn't played at all. He's only 20 years old. Not great in terms of his stats. But, he's got to be there. Someone's got to be there. And we need the defensive backup. Anyway, in goals, going to be Guzan, as you'd expect. Played every game this season. I think except for one when he picked up a knock or something like that. At right back, we're going to go with Escobar, who is currently in my bad books. He's asked for a new contract, even though he has another 2 years left on his current deal. He's currently on $3,700 per week, and he wants $13,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to bring Redding into the centre-back position, and then we're going to slot Perez over into the left centre-back position to replace Pogba. Hernandez is going to have to be the left-back today. Laurentowicz is going to be the defensive midfielder. In front of him is going to be the usual centre-mid partnership of Gressel and Nagbe. Villalba is still in the team. Barco is actually available for the game, but I'm going to stick with Villalba. He scored the goal, or one of the goals, in the last game, and he's played really well throughout the playoffs. On the left wing, we're going to go with Gonzalo Martinez, and then up front, of course, Joseph Martinez as well. The bench today is going to be Can, Robinson. An injured Bello is going to limp onto the bench. Cullerton, Remedi, who is now fit. Barco comes back from suspension. And then finally, Williams as well. Super excited for this game. It's going to be a tough one. Under no, disillusion about that. They've got a very, very good team. They've got Dos Santos, Ibrahimovic, Alessandrini, Guzman, Perry Kitchen, pretty solid centre-back there as well. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a really, really tough one. I mean, look at their bench. They've got Jamison, Chris Pontius. Yeah, it's going to be tough. They've definitely got the stronger bench compared to ours. I'm just going to tell them I expect the run to continue one more game, and then we're domestic treble champions. We will have, if we win this game, we've done the treble. US Open Cup, Supporters' Shield, and hopefully MLS Cup. Come on, boys. Alright, we do have the ball. Escobar plays it all the way back to Guzan, though. He loves to come out of his box. And he loves to, give me mini heart attacks every now and then. Martinez on the left wing. Plays it into Gressel. Nice little turn. Nagbe. Yes! He was one-on-one with the keeper. 5 minutes in. We've already got the breakthrough. American player of the season, Darlington Nagbe, opens the scoring in the MLS Cup Final. Exactly the start that we wanted. I've got a huge smile on my face right now. Hopefully, it'll still be there come full time. Anyways, LA Galaxy have the ball currently. They do play it long. However, we do manage to win it back. A little bit worried about Redding at the back, or in the centre-back position for us, not being match fit. Oh, Martinez does really well to keep that in. Plays Escobar. I mean, maybe he deserves the 13,000 per week. He's just scored our second goal in 2 minutes. We're 7 minutes in and we're 2-0 up in the MLS Cup final. This is the dream start. Absolute dream start. And we've got another highlight here. Escobar, no. He's done it. That's his second goal. We're 14 minutes in and we're 3-0 up. What is happening? Escobar... Oh my... We're 4-0 up. What is happening right now? 16 minutes in. Joseph Martinez, that's his 20th goal of the season. Nagby with the assist. And we're 4-0 up already. I mean, their goalkeeper is on a 5.8. They have thrown the MLS Cup away. We've literally already won it. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. How has this happened? Anyway, it's a bloody good thing to happen as well. That is exactly the first half. I mean, in my mind, I couldn't have even dreamt of a better first half. 4-0 up in 16 minutes. In the final. In the MLS Cup final. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, it's really good for us. Really, really, really bad for LA Galaxy. And I mean, Zlatan would be pissed. He would be pissed off big time. Alrighty. I guess we can make some substitutions. I mean, who wants to come on? Let's bring Barco on. Albeit his red card, he deserves it. He's played really well this season. Remedi can come on in the defensive midfield position as well. And we'll just keep that last sub. Don't really want to go down to 10 men. Even though I don't think we can lose it from here. Can we score another one? Nagby. Villalba. And Zlatan is breaking forward. I mean, it would be pretty cruel for LA not to get a goal. And they do get a goal. Alessandrini puts it in the back of the net for LA. Or for the LA Galaxy. And it's 4-1. We have another highlight here. Free kick over the bar. Escobar's on a hat-trick. I mean, can he get that third and final goal to really solidify himself in the history books here at Atlanta United? Be very interesting. And I would probably have to give him the wages that he wants. Potentially. I don't really want to, but yeah. I mean, if I give him the big wages, it's really just going to throw out the whole team's... We're already really close to the salary cap. Actually, we were over it, and I had to bring it down by using the allocation money. Joseph Martinez, good save by their goalkeeper, who's been pretty dreadful today, if we're being honest. And he manages to claim that corner there as well. Still on a 5.8, despite, those saves. But yeah, time is slowly ticking away. Part of me wants to bring Bello on. Let's just do it. Let's bring him on. Last 10 minutes. I know he's injured still, kind of, but he's another player that's played really, really well this season. And I feel like he deserves to come on the pitch. Barco scored. 5-1. We've absolutely destroyed LA Galaxy here today. Good to see Barco getting a goal as well. He could have been the villain, picking up that straight red in the first leg of the Eastern Conference final. He's redeemed himself today. We'll give it to him. Anyway, that should be about full time. We've got, 15 seconds left. I mean, LA are just playing the ball out. And there we go, guys. We have done it. We have done the domestic treble in the first season with Atlanta United. You probably... Yeah, I know I have a good squad. You start off with a really good squad with Atlanta. So a lot of you are probably expecting me to, do very, very well. But, actually pulling it off is another thing. And I mean, I'm guessing not a lot of you expected a 5-1 victory in the MLS Cup final. Anyway, we get 153k, which is absolutely nothing. That's peanuts. Do we get a bit more? Escobar, man of the match. 76k for qualifying for the North American Champions League, the CONCACAF Champions League. Yeah, and we also get 880k for our final position. I'm not sure if that goes on the Supporter Shield or if that's for winning the MLS Cup. Again, not really too sure. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap this episode up. It's going to wrap this season up as well, because the next episode is going to be the MLS Super Draft for next season. So make sure you check that out. I'm going to be doing the entire draft from start to finish as one episode. You know, we're going to have a look through a lot of players and actually pick out the players that I want and that we need in terms of the first team. We're probably going to lose a couple of players because FC Cincinnati are actually coming into the game within the next calendar year. So as you can see here, expansion draft is taking place. And what that means is that you can only, I'm not sure if it's 10 or 12, but you can only select a certain amount of your players that are locked into your team. And this expansion draft allows FC Cincinnati to essentially steal your players away and to take on their contracts. So we could be losing some players. So the MLS Super Draft might be an opportunity to try and replace those players with some better players, or not better players, but younger players that can develop in the future. In terms of our draft picks, I'm not really too sure where I can see them. But yeah, anyways, that's going to wrap this episode up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video, and goodbye.